Okay. The second part was kind of a mess because I decided to see if I could do it instead of talking, if I could just type the whole way through. And I kind of could, but it wasn't that readable in the final result. So the second 4 hours of that is reading along, typing, which also costs, because the rating is copyrighted, caused it to get flagged with something or other. I don't know what that is, but a few major things happened. You're at level 15 now. We got an epic drop, not really, which was 2 pouches. So now we have 5 pouches. We can't even do anything with this one at the moment. 2 pouches from one thing, which I've never seen before. But anyway, and then after it ended, some guy ran up and gave me this blue item for level 18, which would be incredibly good when I get there. But it's 3 times the damage per second now. It's twice the damage per second of what I'm holding now. It's very good. We got some copper knuckles in the right hand now as a starter shield, so we can punch things in the face for a little damage, which is funny. And we got some copper. We got a recipe for, and I also added, he like says things. Sometimes when I click things, I'm going to add more of that. It's funny, like you think people would be mad, but they're not. They're kind of just like, what the heck? So they've never seen anyone do this. Like you just add a macro that says things when you cast spells. It's sort of informative to the people in your team and such. So I think it's a funny idea. Anyway, you can finally make yourselves a new chest piece to replace what we had, which was from level 2. And we're going to make one for level 5 now. It's insane. It's quite funny. We got a level. We got 90 blacksmithing. Right, think some stuff to learn. So let's put on our nice vest first. Some tatters. Not so throw it away. Throw it into the fire.
How are you?
Oh, these are good. And that's almost our level, so we're doing pretty good. And you know, I talked about this before, but messed up. So, or I think I was talking about it. So before it was messed up. Maybe the whole video isn't there. Who knows? About, you know, we're at about 90 blacksmithing. You want to be at about 5 times your level. So 5 times 15, 75. So being at 90. Right, yeah, we're actually doing quite well. We're pretty well above our level. I mean, as you see, it's not a perfect correlation. This is level 14 that we're making now, so that's pretty good where we are. Pretty nice and making stuff for at your level.
Great to meet you.
This is for level 13. We do this too at 95, and that's bronze, but we don't quite have the copper to get that far. But we can make horse grinding stones actually.
Keep your feet on the ground. What can I do for you?
I don't think it. Horse grinding stone we might need. And heavy copper ball. I will need
Safe
for
travels.
I thought I saw blacksmithing quests. Maybe it was from this guy. I didn't get it yet.
Great to meet you.
Yes, we're allowed to do these quests. Blacksmithing quests. 4 root copper bells, 4 heavy copper balls, so we'll need that. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay.
Off with you.
Good.
Well met.
Right. So we
Be
need
good.
heavy copper
What's
balls.
on your mind?
Right. So in order to do that,
See you soon.
final thing is copper bars. We'll make root copper belts. 4 root copper belts. I have one on. I don't want to trade in that one, so I guess I get to make something better, but I don't think I can yet. So 4 those times it's 40. And heavy copper balls take 12, so that's 48. So that's about to head out back to Loch Madon to fight animals and get in the Cobalt Mine if we can this time. We are fairly powered up, so we should be able to do that. I think I can. No, I can't afford Demoralizing Shout. Whatever. We're gonna put some things in the bank to free up as much space as we can free up for efforts to collect things and then go sell them to make money. Got some nice upgrades compared to last time. Tried it there. I don't know if we had the root copper belt already, but we've got the root copper bracers. This vest, which is not that much of an upgrade. One strength, but everything counts.
How are you?
Put away these for now. Put away this tin ore, copper bar, leather cloth, tin ore. I'm gonna need those intestines and that bear meat. As you can see, 10 silver, and then I can put this bag in here so it's not that far away. I'm gonna sell these, I suppose. Yeah, I guess that's everything for now. It's health. Oh, I already got that on the bar. I don't know. I usually put them over there. That's what I'm gonna naturally. Okay. Can't use that yet. Let's put that away. Okay. So we are off to Modon once more. Yes. So, it's going pretty good. At 16, I will hope to get some amount of money from fighting stuff. I don't, go back and about whatever copper for finishing that quest. But hopefully I'll be able to get some more of my abilities by then, by the time I come back. I got some more cooking recipes. Blood sausage, a bear meat, and more intestines, and a spider eye core, so pretty much I want to be fighting every kind of creature there is in Loch Madon to make that delicious recipe. And because I don't see any clams, and I don't see any coyotes. So that's what we're looking for in that regard. I don't have to worry about this. I'm not finding any gold cloth yet. Yeah, I can't drive. We're not out of big blocks yet. Anyway, forget about that. Yeah. So I tried typing instead of talking. Because talking is kind of impressive to one's local environment. As I said, it's kind of hard to read on the screen, and I don't think zooming in at all makes that any bigger. So I'm not gonna do that. I don't know. As I said, but exactly. I also forgot to run the video through the final processing step, which is the black bars. I'm recording it at a different resolution than my screen is for performance reasons. But anyway, it's being recorded in an authentic 2004 resolution. So that's, yeah. In Loch Madon, that's a pretty quick little flight there. Okay, well, let's head north. Parts that are still gold here. Maybe I should change that. But kind of need to keep going back to Stormwind, anyhow, because that's where people put the tents up that give you bonus experience. Not generally in World of Warcraft, but in this. And I kind of wish it would just be any inn that did that. It seems so silly for stuff like that you have to all sit in a little tent outside the main city. But whatever. We'll put them up outside Stormwind. You can put your own up if you get survival skills they added. you can get vested experience, so you get double experience from killing things. It's the only way that I'm getting experience, aside from the very odd quests, Warrior's Boots. Hey, that's 5 armor better than I have. Wonderful. I forgot to sell these things. Whatever. Something like nothing. Nice. They're cool little Roman sandal type boots. Anyhow, I'm a warrior, so they're my warrior's boots. That gold mine is really quite close to the spider I tore. Come by here. Maybe it's some higher level spiders. Don't know. Just more meat. I think it might be only from higher level creatures, so I'm going to largely bypass these ones. There's some higher level ones to the south, which were killing me before. Losing with level 14, 15 boars, level 13. It's pretty sad, but that's what happens when you do not have good equipment. We'll do a sharpening stone on our axe here. Right, and we might be able to do it on the... I'm actually just really curious if I can do a weight stone on the... I don't have any other copper. I can get a little copper, but I'll do a weight stone. Anyway, yeah, you couldn't use the sharpening stone on the copper knuckles. So that doesn't make sense.
Not enough
Knuckles.
rage.
But I don't know if you can put a weight stone on them either, and that would be a real downside for that weapon type. The knuckles, which I find funny otherwise. The weight stones are not really very good in terms of the end game stuff. Like you get weapons enchanted generally with frost or fire. So you can only have one thing on it, and then there's no point in it. But oh, got him. But for leveling up,
I can't do that yet.
it would make daggers better. And they're also good because the weight stones and sharpening stones add a flat. Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna run from that. We may die anyhow. Wow. Yeah, I think we're gonna die. It's really tough when you get the whole group of them like that. Oh shoot. Actually, we're gonna maybe we can sing it. This guy. Anyway. What was I saying? We're gonna attack by a whole camp of them. Right. The weight stones add a flat damage boost. So the faster the weapon, that it hits more often, your flat boost is worth more on a faster weapon. So it's pretty good. It's much better on a dagger than it is on a big, slow, two-handed axe. Again, I'm at lower health. Freaking die. Okay. Try to use the powder. Maybe I'll make it. Left me alone. Last time. Okay. Right. Maybe that guy's not worth it. I don't think I can take all of them at once. I might be able to get one and then run away. But I'm not sure if it's worth it. Some tight-knit little guards over there. Yeah, we're just gonna get that. We're dying here too, I don't think so. Corpses are running over there. We were trying to get into this, I was trying to get into this mine before. And
That ability isn't ready yet.
there were geomancers inside, shot fireballs at me. They were a bit too much trouble though. With the stuff that we had then. I don't recall if we already had the offhand weapons to be punching with it, but we've gained considerable strength since then. Perhaps we can take on two of them at once. We will see. Anyway.
It's too far away.
There's somebody else up there. No, I guess. Where'd he go? Maybe that was just a mountaineer fighting a random guy. Yes, I ran away from the mines to pursue some copper veins. We'll get back there. Anyway, should probably be fighting things on the way. These. But I'd like to have it in my pocket. Anyhow.
Not ready yet.
Now we're working our way back. These guys in Elwyn Forest dropped a lot of ore by themselves, but I haven't noticed these guys do that, which is a little disappointing. Because I thought I was in for a real bonus. But anyway, well, they dropped a lot more than I even remembered, so anyway, then I've generally seen things drop of ores and such. Anyway, we're there. Angry, punching things. It's pretty easy for us to take pairs of these guys at a time. They really don't do much. The foraging ones with poison do a fair amount more. And the geomancer ones that shoot fireballs. Gloves. We would be too mad to go at level 16 then, even if we won't go for that long, because we will be able to repair our gloves, which have become broken. I could probably go in. I don't know, I just kind of crept along the wall and got it. But it's nice to clear out the entrance, and then you can kind of run your way out without worrying too much about what you will. Let's have a banana. What you will run into while you're running out. They come back fairly fast, but nonetheless. Two guys hitting us here.
Need more rage. Need more rage.
Without the shield, we'd be doing a little bit more damage. And, you know, it's kind of, it's pretty useful to keep a shield on hand for certain purposes. It can, you know, if it's a spellcasting enemy, wow. 2 things. Okay, that's a little better than what we have, maybe. Let's see. 1 spirit, 1 stamina. No, those things really come in bursts for us, for me. Main hand. No, we can't really use that. It's about 6. That's a 7.8. No. Okay, well, we got 2 funny things. 2 pretty useful things if we didn't have the things we have. Anyway, almost useful things. That's somewhat the downside of fighting things that are lower level than you. I mean, these are only 12, which is why they're not very hard. You know, you get lower level loot. It's nice to fight things higher level than you, because you get higher level. But you're not really equipped to do that so much. You know, if we clear out this mine, it doesn't come back that fast. You know, we get all the ore in here. You know, the next thing, let's put it over here, that we do, you know, while we're waiting for this to come back, we would, well, this will probably get us to 16, but we'll go fight some animals, that are stronger, and see if we can get the stuff for those, crispy recipes. Partly because it's partly because we'll be waiting for more to come back up here. And those are higher level individual animals, and they will give us slightly higher level stuff if they happen to drop any nice stuff. But because of that rare thing that guy was so kind as to give us, we have a high priority on getting level 18. So we can use it.
Not enough rage.
Back off here. They don't shoot fireballs. Anyway. Look out there. Side anyway. Fire is what it's called. Like, I went too far from the spawn point. Whereas I was not quite as far from the other one's spawn point. So, but as you can see, those guys, which they don't cast fireballs, so I misremembered a little. But they put a spell on themselves that makes them deal fire damage. You know, have like a fire shield. They hit you for fire damage if you hit them. So, I hit a lot. So I think I'm doing a lot of fire damage to myself. Hitting them with my punching other hand and my you know, main hand, chopping with my axe. Anyway, this one who walks through here, patrols. Let's probably get him. So he doesn't run into us. I'll get him while he's alone, so he doesn't walk up on us and try to fight him. As you can see, well, things in here might get to be a bit of a challenge. These guys with the fire shield are not really easy pickings. They don't have much health, but that fire shield is a nasty bit of business. And they definitely hit me with some kind of fire thing as well. So it's not just it's this sort of smaller kind of mine.
I need a target.
Not big looping things. So if there's that much copper, it's probably all pretty close to pretty guy. My head is kind of burning there. From
Not enough
whatever this guy does. You can see it's doing a fair amount. Unnecessary crit there. Pretty near on thing with these two guys. I should probably take the geomancers out first. It's sort of generally, I suppose, the rule that you want to get the spellcasting ones out first, because they usually do more damage and have less health. Anyway, close-ish to that one. I have health potions. It would have been fine. Anyway. Oh yeah, let me see if I can make a rough weight stone for my knuckles. Hold a rock. I mean, that makes sense. Just hold a rock. We'll do that. Here we go. Yes, you can. It's a blunt weapon. Okay, good. I can. That'll actually add a fair amount of damage because that hits really fast. Right. Okay. Which way is that for? Doesn't think it's that way.
Not enough rage.
Just as good as daggers. Fist weapons are just as good as sharpening stone for a dagger, and which I suppose is just holding a rock in your fist, which you then punch them with. So fine, that's fine. Anyway. Oh crap. Okay. Walk. Have our health potion. We shall see. Well, that miss might be just not. Well, let's see. Pessimistic here.
Not enough rage.
Really missing the heck out of this guy. Anyhow. Yeah, got a critical hitter too. Parried us. Alright, well that wasn't great. Walked into that guy. But anyhow. Let's eat a banana. And we'll be back in action. Yeah, we're almost level 16. We will do even more with our punch fist. It's not that amazing of a talent to be taking, but anyhow. There's one of the copper ores. There's 2 tunnel rat diggers, it looks like. Ooh, and a battered chest. Haven't really got that many chests so far in this one. Can charge. Oh shoot, there's another guy. Pretty okay, those 3 guys. Okay, he's running. And definitely got a big deal of damage. Thunder as I thought. Just did a tiny bit of damage, and we're just fighting the last one. Right. So, that's probably fine. Really, a little trouble chopping this guy. His nose, etc. There we go. Alrighty. Oh shoot. Okay, we might be dead. Probably definitely dead.
That ability.
But if we can get this guy, I'll be satisfied. Ah, we got him. We're gonna do this guy. Wow, we got him. Okay. It's not too far. Our weapon's nearly broken, but we're almost 16, so we should be. Well, luckily we looted that other weapon. Because the weapon, if our weapon does break, stick this on and hold that other axe for a second. Hopefully I will be back before they all respawn. That I just slayed or despawn, so I can't loot them. That would be annoying. But I don't think it's not very far. And if I don't make bad wrong turns, this should be okay. Slightly frustrating. And when you level up, you regain all of your stuff. So it was actually, wow, I was 4 experience points from leveling up. And if I'd leveled up on that last one, I would have been saved. That is a little sad. I'm just gonna kill some random thing now, level up, and it won't be used for anything. The free health. Anyhow, fortunately, it doesn't fill your reach bar. Funny, just instantly, real rare to go. Anyway, we're almost back there. We weren't all that far yet. Taking our ghost down into the mine. Yeah, that would have been real satisfying. I didn't see that coming at all. I wouldn't have seen that coming. We fight there, like 4 of them. Anyway. Yeah. Wow, they really. Oh no, they didn't despawn. Just didn't see them. Nice. Walked a little close to the edge of that last one. I guess is what happened. Anyway, let's get that chest. We haven't got too many chests, which is surprising. There's usually chests all over the place. Ooh. Okay, well that's better. You'll learn daggers, I guess. Sure. Let's take that. It's nice. So, a nice mushroom to eat. I'll sell for whatever. A reasonable amount. Yeah, I think I could learn daggers in Iron Forge, so that's all good. section. Got a mushroom to take a snack on. It's a very powerful healing mushroom, in fact, for level 15. Finish this copper ore off here. Off there. Oh, there's another copper somewhere right there. Maybe the patrol got pulled. That was very
Need
unlucky.
more rage.
I don't think that guy would have gotten pulled. That must have been the patrol when it respawned. Anyway. Yeah, you don't know. We got nothing from it. But anyway. We got, well, as usual. We got what we would have gotten anyway, which is 5% additional damage with our left fist. Anyway. Oh crap. They've always done it. But we're looking quickly for this one. Away. That other one in the corner that I can see didn't over. That guy reacts to big health potions. That can very nice guy named Snakes. I think I commented on seeing a guy named Snakes actually in the first one. So maybe I said something to him. Anyway. We're kind of a little bit in circles here. Coming down. But we're getting the copper. The copper will be back a while. Comes back a lot slower than the digging fellas that we see here. We'll let that guy go by. Eat some of our tasty spiced wolf meat, which, though it does not heal us as fast as you can see, gives us a well-fed because it's so delicious. The buff it gives us a little stamina and spirit. Spirit doesn't do much for a warrior, weirdly, but it only increases your regeneration, which your sitting health regeneration isn't much. That's pretty much the only way a warrior regenerates at all. Spirit doesn't do that, which is silly. This is like spirit, I suppose. Gotta run against the wall. Fight this guy. Anyway. Yeah, but stamina obviously does a fair amount for us. It's more health. And there's more stamina. And there's also special food that gives you more than just strength. You get a bunch of or various other stuff. But that's not bad. Anyway, still worth eating for your extra little bit of stamina. So you doomed to die. Well, these guys, back, turn them to the wall, so they're not like to go too near. Push guys out. As you can see, they kind of just run up against the wall most of the time. Do that. It's sort of the best practices if you're playing very carefully. I can see the ore there. She's guarding. If anyone's special in this line, like this gold tooth and the other one, I don't think it'll be a problem. He's got like 2 guards by him.
Not enough
to
rage.
fight him, obviously, but I think it's a little bit sporting to do so. Anyhow, might as well hang around here until our. Well, there's not that much time left on the sharpened weapon buffs, anyhow. Yeah, we have a fair amount of rest experience left, so I may simply go back to Loch Madon and anywho, nice potion. Yeah, there's a guy. Ooh, that's actually a rare spawn rather than a quest boss, so he's actually likely to have some better loot than average. He's walking over here next to this guy. So let me let him walk back the other way. Then I will shoot that guy with an arrow to bring him over. So that's actually a slightly more powerful enemy type. Surveyor. So I don't quite know what he does. I thought he kind of walked over from there. Let's see. He's walking around a little. We're quite close to that one right now. Our axe doesn't have, it has 150. Our axe could break in the middle of the fight. That's great. Let's see how this goes. I'm just getting bored and impatient. But anyhow. Turn the axes and everything. You can't use axes in the fight. So, that's, change weapons rather. You can't change regular equipment in the middle of the fight, but you can change weapons. Well, it's for more things than in case it breaks. Different weapons are good for different things, but anyhow. Let's get that. Okay. Well, let's try pulling this special guy, because I don't think we can get to that ore without him seeing anyhow, so here.
I'm out of range.
Here, here goes. Sometimes these guys are normal, they don't do much. Sometimes they kick your ass, the rare times. It's not, shoot.
I
Okay, never mind. Oh, he heals himself, I guess that's what's special about him. Alright, maybe he got us. He's good here. Let's see. That didn't break, fortunately. These two guys together weren't that easy, but I don't know, there was some that are harder. Ooh! Wax polished armor. Well, that's exactly what we need. Okay. Great. It's better than 1 strength. Gotta work hard to get that 1 strength thing, but anyway, whatever. Ooh, it's blue. Beautiful. Well, there's one guy left in here. Poor guy. I guess we'll leave him. No reason to fight him exactly. And, run out of here with our ill-gotten stones. Unless it's ill-gotten that these guys are in here. I'm not really sure. Anyhow, well, let's try not to die on the way out. Common, get you know, they get lost on the way out. Anyhow. Oh shoot. Here. Bottle in my hand. Anyhow. Oh, they're spawning on me. Okay, we might be okay if we against this guy and then spawn or something. Okay, we might be fine. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Please don't.
Not enough range.
Please don't spawn anything right on me. Okay, eat in place. We're gonna be done with this rest of the experience before we're even out of here at this rate. I could Hearthstone, but it's not really a point. I mean, I guess there is if I get to the end of my rest bar. I have to go back to Stormwind to get more rest in a tent. But anyhow, I don't think I'm even wearing a cloak. Now that I think of it. Well, let's put that on. Nice. 12 armor. Anyhow. I can definitely afford a little bit of training in something now. So that'll be good. Demoralizing shout will make fighting multiple things. Not these ones in particular, but anyway. There's a good amount of magic damage here. But that's really not that common. And that reduces the damage they do. Now, if you fight some higher level. Ooh, you're getting very lucky with the bags and pouches, I will say. You can't quite put that on yet because you have to empty them out before you change them. But 8 slots is better than 6. This seems small, and it probably is small, but it feels good. You know, kind of the size you open things here. It's pleasing. Very nice. Oh, got the rare spawn. It's good to know there's a rare spawn guy in here. I can make a venture in here, fight that guy, get some chance at a reasonably good item, which we're doing okay on in relative terms. Mostly green items, except our boots. But we get to make rough bronze boots soon. We could use it. We got a dagger. We have to learn how to use daggers, which is 10 silver. But it's probably worth it for a better weapon. Anyhow, venturing out here carefully. Out of here. Alrighty. We're gonna be marching back toward the south to fight some of the little animals. See if we can clearly use some spider sausage, I guess. Yeah, some of these are great items actually, so by the time we get another level, coming in here. Okay. It's not really gonna be worth it if a lot of them are gray. Spirit. Not much. Whatever. We're pretty full up on stuff, so I guess I would just hit up the, there's a sort of fog area where I saw another guy doing mining. He got angry at me for stealing his ore, which I kind of did do after he fought things, but there's no way I was going to get there myself. And it was tin, so I couldn't resist. But that's maybe where we should go. They were a little bit, as I said, I wasn't going to get there myself at that level. That was only like 13 or something. I could fight like 3 of them. But I could probably do it now. Anyhow. Regular lower level. Maybe the bears can say it. It's like an extra powerful thing. It's like a level 20 elite. Down in the
inventory is full.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth more than anyhow. Maybe they don't. Oh, let me just back this up. It's right there. Unless I see another bear, which I don't. Whatever. We're gonna be heading south of this town now. Find a guy to sell our goods and repair our gloves and axe. Actually, we're gonna get that copper made first. How are we doing for copper? We have 25. We needed 90, 88, I think it was. 40 plus 48, and then 16 to make the thing. So, what does that add up to? Let's jump down here. Fine. Plus 16, 98, 104. Okay, so we're a quarter of the way there. Blacksmithing is kind of like that. It's hard. But then we'll be making bronze boots, and that will a pair of boots for us, which will be reasonably good. I don't remember how the heck to get up from here. There we go. There. Anyway, that might not have been worth it, jumping down there just to get one thing of ore. Anyway, the guy over here, no Morlock. Fisherman. Oh, I guess he's making fish here too. I already like fish. Yeah, I should be getting sagefish weren't worth much, but the oily black ones were worth 40 silver a piece. And in fact, oh, right, I put some things up for auction, and they've either sold or come back to me. Yeah, let's get this undersea copper. I'm very distracted by the copper. but I find it very pleasing to be keeping up in blacksmithing with the level that you're at. There's a lot here. If none of it is guarded by level 20 sea monsters, then I will get it all. And then it might be. And then we'll be...
Inventory is full.
Sorry, we're getting this ore. And then we're gonna head back to Lochmadan and sell stuff. And then we're gonna head south.
I can't carry
and we're gonna
anymore.
finish off the what's not worth much. Gotta guess. Oh, I'm gonna drown if I don't finish this soon and go back to the surface. I'm in trouble. I'm not that far from the surface. Okay, that was close though. I think I finished off that top thing. Right. Where's the next one? There it is. I don't think they're guarded by that. Although I'll have to be careful to go on the surface around that one. Anyhow. What are we at? 32. We're getting there. It's somewhat slow going with this stuff, but once you find a good cave, or a good few places to be going around in, it's not too bad. I really shouldn't do this underwater stuff because you're not, fighting things in between, so it's really, a little bit of not the best use of your time to be swimming around in the ocean, versus walking around on the land where you can find other things in addition to ore. I suppose if I could fight level 20 water beasts, it might be worth it, but probably not. Pretty few and far between. Okay. Now we're heading back. Not straight from, probably. But we're up to 38. Lovely. Actually, I think I can make... We're at 91. I think it was only 95 for the boots. So, if I get enough for these, and then I can make the boots if I have a little more. How much the boots are probably won't be more than like the bronze bars, which is only 4 copper bars. So, we've got 44 something. Make those plus boots, and then we'll have all green stuff. Except our cloak, but we can't make those anyway. So whatever. And these. But if I can get dagger training, then I will have that as well. Back to town. Back to town. Now, going up the Fury Tree. This will be good. This spell that we'll get. We can do this howl. Slows everybody around me. Better than hamstring. Then I can run away and bandage myself. I suppose. Which is good. We also get this. Which restores my health after doing a critical strike, which feels good. I think you can get it. I hear people talk about it. Anyhow.
What can I get for you today?
Okay.
Be good.
And please
Well met.
repair our goods.
Safe travel.
Yes, our auctions are all successful. And I now am in the money. Alright. Things are going to be a lot easier. we can at least get our trainings. That will help. Anyhow, I suppose if you want to do a really hardcore run, you could have to vendor everything rather than using the options. But it's not, like, I don't know, playing without
Need for rage.
I'm not going to be buying equipment or anything, so it's still fairly limited. It just feels too easy. You can sell things on the auction house. Anyway, yeah, we can get some boar intestines from those guys, I guess. Presumably, bear meat from these guys. Make ourselves another rough weight stone. Oh no, another. Oh no, we already have that one's already fine. Do our knuckles up there, but our coarse sharpening stone expired on our knuckles there. Okay. So we're gonna fight some of these animals. I don't know where that extra powerful spiders. Might give us that spider bite. Intestines. There's definitely some high level spiders in Red Ridge Mountains. Red Ridge Mountains. The Red Ridge Mountains. Which is probably going to be the next place that we. Yeah, there's a good amount of copper down around this fog zone. If it's a little higher level, there may be more tin as well. Swimming away off into the ocean in pursuit of other copper when there's copper in this direction. That would just be foolish. I will be jumping into the water, but only a little after fighting some boars. Anyhow. Yes. The profession in this game is a little odd. You know what? You can't cook more things. You've got a lot more meats than I think that you ever learn how to cook. Anyway, sagefish were worth about 4 silver each. I don't think it was really worth getting them. But the oily blackmouth fish, which is another school of fish you can see in the water, was worth 40 silver each, which is where most of our money came from. Swift thistle is also worth money if you happen to randomly find it. Rogues make tea of it that they drink. But anyhow. So if I were really needing money, I could go and walk around the edge of the water and look for oily blackmouth schools. Which would be a pretty reasonable money. We have plenty. And the best way to get money is to be higher level to do higher level things. Get more money. But we are going to want to train up our fishing skill at some point. Because it can get really out of line, I suppose, once you have the survival tent, the rested experience, and the fishing skill to be fishing up things, and then you know how to cook them, getting your own food, getting your own rested experience. And as a warrior who doesn't need mana, a mage can make water, but other classes still need to go actually down and get water. Whereas I don't. I don't roll them either. I should really need water, of course. Not in the wilderness, but nonetheless. This isn't that kind of game. Exactly. Right. There's more here. that one gave you bear meat. So any bear gives bear meat. Maybe these give ichor. So level spray things. It's not really worth fighting. But it's good enough. Get it.
Not enough rage.
So their attack speed. Probably only worth it versus
Need more rage.
and more damage. But anyway. Subtle has big effects. This isn't even that easy. It's like 12 and 11. It's a little sad, really. Him, I still don't know where to get the ichor or whatever. Again, presumably stronger spiders will give it to me. But it might just be kind of rare. Not super important. I think there's Red Ridge, I can and you can always fish up clams. There's definitely murlocs in Red Ridge, which give a lot of clams, so I can get clams from them. And I can level up my cooking that way. Anyway, yes, let's see if there's any ore in here. Let's see what some caves are. I guess we'll hop across there, we'll head across there. The noises that these guys make are really a little bit unpleasant. Anyhow. They're kind of pathetic little creatures, really. This is a dungeon that has a lot of them later, and they're big and strong, and they get a little bit redeemed from that, I suppose. Like, I mean, they're physically larger. Not really that well characterized, these guys. They're kind of just primitives. I don't know, like, I don't know. They're supposedly like evolved, like proto-dwarves or something, but like I don't know what makes them like that exactly. Kind of seem like goblins, definitely guys. Not like goblins in this game, but you know what I mean. Yeah, this is the two guys that I like definitely couldn't have killed before. The hunter killed them, and then I took the ore from back here. I guess it was a tin ore at the time. Well, the ore doesn't, like, it's not like it can be a copper or a tin in the same location. The tin's like a slightly different, independent spawn thing, but it's definitely around here. Get the weak one first. There you go. Faster. 1-on-1. So, him.
Not enough rage.
Not seeing any further ore along here, so we may venture out of here in pursuit of ore. Especially because the noise of these guys is just not that nice.
I need to get
so
closer.
I wouldn't really be that mad to not spend very much time walking around here, and in fact, I may opt not to do that, regardless of exactly the wisdom of that, in terms of where the most ore is to be found. I'm almost to the out of rest experience anyway, so we may just go fight a few more animals, venture further south, and see if we can get some spider ichor somewhere. Unless these caves are just full of ore, in which case we'll go in there. But venturing closer, I don't see any on the map. Caves that show okay. Well, we're gonna go somewhere else. Quick. There's not right trail here after we pursue these guys. Of the ore. Of where the ore might be. In the caves. Over there. We're gonna see if we can kind of skirt around the edges here of this sort of upland that they inhabit. Yes, I suppose here is the way to the cave. I still don't see it. these shaman guys hit hard. I'm not seeing any more on the map here. Not smelling any. Oh, I'm probably gonna do some business here. I'm really surprised they didn't let me. Okay. Maybe the rock helped. That does happen sometimes. The line of sight thing, I think. I'm really not seeing any more on the map. In those caves. Which I should if I'm this close.
Need more rage.
Yeah, at the same time. Kinda don't want to. Oh, I got a nice gemstone from that guy. Can't complain. Yeah, I don't see anything. On the old Mapatron here. Okay. We're gonna make our way out of here. All this somewhat robust. We've done one copper. Well, there was a bunch at the entrance. Anyway, no tin. But we have
Not
some
ready
tin
yet.
to get us started. Jump down and anyway. Yes, that was kind of a zigzag way to walk down it. Anyhow, now are these strong bears? No, they're weak bears. Yeah, perhaps over in this area is where
Not enough
I
rage.
think there's another mine type thing over there. So we will head that way and scope it out. We're not getting rescue experience anymore. So I will not particularly fight things. I just want to see what's over there. And then we will use our Hearthstone to get back to Goldshire. And then go find ourselves another tent to hang out in. I'll fight a few things on my way over. If I see some high level spiders, I'll fight them. I have plenty of boar intestines and bear meat. I put some in the bank as well. You know, in the cold storage, I suppose. Yes, there's a higher level spider. If I haven't seen it yet.
Need more rage.
Yeah. Nope. But spiders are not reliable. See about these ones.
Not enough rage.
Kind of working our way over. Let's just go outside. Working our way over. Corner we haven't really been in yet. Yes, which I believe there is, perhaps, oh, there's some copper. A mine. And I want to see, oh yes, okay, so these guys do have the spider eye core. Wonderful. We will get some eye core to cook with from these guys. Stranded dwarves hereabouts. A whole string of ores sort of leading up into the mountains that way. I don't know if I can get up there from here though. I might have to go around that way. Let's see. It kind of looks like it. Anyhow, good to know about the eye core. This will probably be the way we want to come back around on account of all the copper that we are seeing here. Fight things on the way up here.
Need more rage.
We're gonna go around. We're gonna see. Alliance flag there, I think. I don't think it's an official town. I don't think there's so used to playing Horde and being like, oh, it's a bad alliance flag. It's like a town being by the guardsmen away. Anyhow, gotta remember to watch out for the enemy flags, the Horde. But I'm not the red guys. I don't quite know what flag that is. Yeah, I guess there's kind of abandoned? I don't know. Weird. They must be adding stuff. Like, they're halfway through adding stuff to here, because there's like half a town here. Okay, that's weird. There's like half a town. They haven't really like edited the resources around it yet. Well, I assume they're adding in a town here. That's funny. There will, in the future, will be Fortune and Anvil. In the future, I suppose, will be a elf town there. That's funny. Good place for one, I suppose. Anyhow, yeah, well, excavation site, I suppose that's
Need more rage. Enough rage.
We're getting there. Maybe by the time we super duper crazy axe, we will have some basic boots. We already have basic boots. Slightly special boots. It's not that far off. Anyway. It's like silly to be leveling too fast. Leveling faster than I can mine things. That obviously is sort of silly.
I can't carry anymore.
But just what irks me a little. Anyway, you know, and they added I think a number of things to blacksmith, because sometimes you'd kind of run out. You'd be like, what did I level this for? I can't make anything for myself. Ooh, Lord Condar, the special bird. Let's fight him. Oh. Yeah, he's not a problem. Nice. Maybe we'll get something new special from Condar. Not really.
Inventory is full.
Okay. That's probably better than spider hair. But anyway. It's not always great. Yeah, we could use a level 11. That would be pretty good if it was something that we could use. A level 11 thing that we could use. 13, 7, 8, nothing. Whatever. Mostly in the market for a better offhand. But the fist weapon is pretty rare. Pretty rare to find a fist weapon. So we'll probably be mostly using daggers throughout the time that we're here. Anyway. Now, once we are level 18 and have that nice axe, we might be able to tank ourselves a dungeon run thing. So what? Ooh, level 19. Okay. We cannot fight that. We will die. So we must say goodbye to that door. There. Get back this way. It says there's a little cave up there. Alright, I went through there. We've seen on the map anyhow. Alright. So, I guess there's no real reason to, but let me finish it off at 17 here. See if I can get a few more free Brightcore. Scan the coastline for some Boiler's Blackmouth schools, if any happen to be there. And then I will go back and use my magic Slippers Hearthstone to go home. Don't really see any spiders this way, or any. You can kind of just run your mouse along the coastline here. Crocodiles in there. spiders, we get to level 17. Because we're pretty close. And then, let's see. It's a little too high for that kibble time. I didn't like that chalk place. Level 19 and 20 that thing are a little high. We may venture into Red Ridge Mountains. Let's see if there's anything a little bit more suitable. There's definitely some nice spider I kill. There's definitely some areas where it's got a pet gorilla. Some areas of the Red Ridge Mountains that have knolls that
I can't carry anymore.
that are in an area that kind of is mountainous with some ore in it and stuff. There's some floating debris. It's a good idea. This you fish, and you can get nice things. You fish it. Helps to clear out some space in our pockets here to equip the fishing rod, unequip our weapons. I think we can fish this without a problem. That is, our fishing skill is high enough. I was fishing here before, catching the oily blackmouth without an issue. But you never know. The fishing is a little messed up in this game. You normally see this bobber splash down, but in this you really only hear the sound. And it only goes down. Ooh, nice.
I can't carry anymore.
We need to throw something else to take this tightly sealed trunk.
Inventory is full.
Not really useful. Let's try that. Sometimes in among this debris, your bobber can be a little hard to click on, and then recast it rather than use up one of them. Like, because if you fail to fish it, because your bobber goes down and you don't get it, then it counts as like, there. See, it disappeared. Medium leather's worth something. More than a chunk of poor meat. I'll probably need a leader for these things, so we'll just hold on to that. You can buy it on the auction. It's cheap, but I like to use what I get. Anyhow, didn't really get much from that. What can you do? Looking for creeper spiders. We can also get oiled clams from the murlocs. So, there's definitely murlocs here too, actually. Now that I think of it, on the other side of the lake. But Red Ridge is a funny place. There's a lot of people there. People like the West there. There's a big castle for orcs. It's fun. Go in, and the quest gives you pretty good rewards. The spiders are eating you. We should be 60 after 60. We should be 17 after this, and then we will go home and find the tent and take a little load off our legs. And yeah, not quite there yet. One more creeper might do it. This doesn't particularly get us anywhere. It's sort of finish the level. Yes, we are like this way. There we go. Spider Eye Core. Wonderful. More points from our offhand punch. And we will head home. Maybe we'll just keep the Hearthstone there. We need to go to Stormwind all the time anyway. I don't even know that it's that much further from Goldshire than it is from the inn in Stormwind to get to the Stormwind entrance. And it's funny. Anyway. Sometimes there's funny things happening in Goldshire, in the Goldshire Inn. Kind of do role playing in there. much on this server, but whatever. The Horde will also sometimes take it over as a goof. Or they'll, do a raid on Stormwind and then it'll fail and they'll decide to take over Goldshire or Copper. I'm gonna get this. So what are we at? We're at 62. That's where we were last time I checked. Anyway. One more level. Use that. Awesome. Chopper. Axe. That the guy gave us. We'll really start whacking things apart. Anyway. Copper. So, yeah, actually, I think I definitely have enough to make the bronze boots. Which are not some huge thing, but we only have very low level boots at the moment. Although they are cool looking. You can see it's sort of metal Roman sandals. Anyway, my gear is a little all sorts of colors. It can get into very nice color coordination when it's all sort of stuff from the same set that you've made. The green iron stuff in particular looks very nice together. Although it only gives stamina, so it's dubious in terms of how good it is. But anyway, I think it's funny. There is